In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praise and thanks are due to Him, the Lord of all the worlds. And may peace and blessings be upon His final messenger, Muhammad, His family, His companions, and all who follow them in righteousness until the day of judgment. I speak to you today not as one who has mastered all knowledge, but as a fellow traveller, an older brother in faith, hoping to share with love and care what I have come to understand about the essence of our existence. We seek to explore the haqiqah, the ultimate reality, which is Islam itself. Islam, a word encapsulating submission and the peace that flows from it. At the very core of Islam, the central pillar upon which the entire structure rests is the concept of Tawheed. This is the absolute and uncompromising belief in the oneness of Allah. The Quran encapsulates this pristine monotheism in Surah Al-Ikhlas. Say, He is Allah one, Allah, the eternal refuge. He neither begets nor is born, nor is there to Him any equivalent. This defines Allah with perfect clarity, negating any notion of partnership or similarity to His creation. This belief must permeate every aspect of a believer's life, recognizing He is the sole source of all power, all provision, and all guidance. Tawheed liberates the soul from servitude to anything other than the one true Creator. The Prophet, peace be upon him, instilled this into hearts throughout his Meccan mission. He said in Sahih Muslim, "Whoever meets Allah without associating partners with Him will enter paradise." Tawheed shapes our worldview. One Creator, one humanity, one coherent set of divine laws governing all. Once the reality of the one Creator is established, how do we know what He wants from us? Through prophethood, with the final seal, Muhammad, peace be upon him. Belief in his prophethood is inseparable from faith. Allah describes His mission, "And we have not sent you except as a mercy to the worlds." He delivered the Quran precisely as revealed and provided a living example. The Sunnah. The Quran gives principles, the Sunnah gives application. He taught the specific actions and words of prayer. Love of Allah is tied to obedience to His messenger. Allah has given us two unerring sources of light, the Holy Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Twin pillars of guidance, holding to both, keeps us on the straight path. The Quran is the direct, uncreated word of Allah, revealed over 23 years. It heals hearts and clarifies right from wrong. Miraculous in preservation and eloquence. Divine protection promised by Allah Himself. The Quran provides principles, the Sunnah details practice. Zakat's types, rates and recipients are clarified by Sunnah. Generations preserved Sunnah with rigorous hadith science. Great compilations secure a reliable record of guidance. Al-Sunnah hold both as inseparable sources. Together they lead us from darkness into light. Islam's beautiful framework is meant to be lived. These are foundations connecting us to Allah and community. Shahada. I bear witness there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is His messenger. Salah. The backbone of daily life. Gratitude, forgiveness, guidance. Prayer organizes life around remembrance. Zakat. Typically 2.5% for those able, purifying wealth and soul. Sawm. Fasting in Ramadan. Discipline, empathy, taqwa. Hajj. Pilgrimage to Allah's house for those able, once in a lifetime. Beyond pillars, every righteous act with right intention is worship. None of you truly believes until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself. Kindness to parents, maintaining kinship ties, honesty in business, caring for neighbours, protecting the environment, working for justice. These are the fruits of true faith, the haqiqah in bloom. We are not left to interpret alone. Allah blessed us with scholars, the inheritors of the prophets. The Prophet left knowledge as his legacy. They preserve, understand, and transmit sacred knowledge. Their rulings are grounded in Quran and authentic Sunnah. Great Imams exemplified evidence-based scholarship. We consult specialists with proofs, clarity, and balance. True scholars teach the middle path, connecting us to pure origins and guiding us through contemporary issues. Misconceptions cloud the truth of Islam. Islam is not harsh or punitive at its core. It is mercy. Allah introduces himself as the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Legal matters have strict conditions and uphold compassion and justice. The Prophet, peace be upon him, modelled forgiveness. Islam harmonizes with reason and modernity. We address errors with knowledge, gentleness, and sincere concern. Convey from me even one verse. Make things easy. The haqiqah is rooted in the heart. Deeds are nothing without sincere intention. Actions are but by intentions, and every person will have but that which he intended. The Quran warns against showing off, like soil washed from stone. 264. Sincerity turns the mundane into worship. Islam is balance, rejecting extremes. We integrate spiritual duty with worldly responsibility. Seek the hereafter and do not forget your share of the world. The Prophet lived this balance, devotion and service. Spirituality permeates every sphere. The true reality is Islam, Quran and Sunnah, upon the way of Ahl al-Sunnah wal-Jama'ah. Founded on Tawheed, actualized by loving emulation of the Prophet, and lived through sincere worship and character.